I've left Cape Town this morning and went on course south. I'm already near Cape of Good Hope. Yeah, no wind at the moment, yeah, quite some swell, but conditions are fairly good to get around the Cape. And maybe I can find wind sometimes in the evening or tomorrow. And it needs probably another 1.5 days from now to find the Agulhas Current, which is very strong, and there's might be some swell from the Antarctica against it, so we have current against waves. But I think I have fairly good conditions, but we will see that. Cape of Good Hope, I think there are worse conditions to pass it. Today very good. Some swell coming in from south, as we can see. Yeah, the fishing vessel is even closer to the Cape. I was not brave enough. Over there are the breaking waves. It's not that shallow, 12-meter depth, water depth. But I think the currents are coming together there, and then it's looking like that. Cape Agulhas is portside, but it's a little bit away behind the horizon. Conditions are very good. I mean, that's the reason why I'm cruising at this time here. So I have chosen a good weather window. So far the plan is working, but let's see. A lot of freight ships here, so the night was not really calm. I set the alarms for the interval sleeping at 30 minutes, but I got oh yeah, there's a wave. So, but I got woken up yeah, quite often in between as well. So hopefully I can sail later. I have a little bit wind, but not enough yet. It's coming from astern, so downwind, 12 knots wind, but it should turn, and then I think I can sail later during the day. Another wave. Yeah, but it's good. Conditions are good. I'm under sails since a few hours. Started with wind force 4, was nice sailing, but now the wind speed has decreased. Wind force 3 and the swell lets the yacht roll. So the sails are no longer that stable and the course is not very good. So sailing south because the wind has turned slightly back. Anyway, so about 80 nautical miles to the Agulhas Current. The Cape of Agulhas is astern, a lot of miles behind. Yeah, let's see how I get through that current. Great morning here in the Agulhas Current. I'm almost there, it's starting to push, and nice sunrise. This current comes from the Indian Ocean and brings warm water here to the south of South Africa, with current speed of 3 to 6 knots. I have about 3.5 knots. This can be very difficult when the high swell from the Antarctica is against it, with 4, 5, 6 meters sometimes, and then hitting the current. Then sea conditions can be really hard. Too hard for my sailing yacht, so I wouldn't do that. I've waited to get the right weather window, and I'm so glad that the plan works. So I got around Cape of Good Hope very well, Cape Agulhas, and now here through that strong current under those conditions as well. The wind is blowing from the west with a force of 4 to 5. Good speed. I'm very happy that it all works. The day is coming to an end. It's become much warmer, really convenient, and I'm looking forward to my bunk. I have very good speed at the moment, sailing with about 9 to 10 knots over ground. Wind is around 20 knots. Downwind sailing here, and the current is pushing us, I would say, at least with 3 knots. In the forecast it's 2.6, but I think I have a little bit more. Yes, I put the Amel pole system in this morning. Quite a lot of work for the solo sailor again, but I'm glad that I did it. And now I'm sailing the jib here port side and the Genoa starboard, so butterfly sailing. And yeah, with that I have set good speed, which is very much appreciated because that is shortening the travel time. And I'm currently here about 37.5 degrees south and 25 degrees east. And I think I will stay here in that area on that latitude for another 2, 3, 4 days. It depends a little bit, so I will enjoy that current at least for another day. And then I will leave that, but then the next one is coming, so there are always those loops with the currents. And I will stay as long as it makes sense here in the 30s, around 37 degrees south. And then when the wind is in my favor, I will turn to the north and northeast to Mauritius or maybe La Réunion, which is probably more likely. I will see. But first of all, I'm enjoying this cruise. Yeah, 10 knots. Unbelievable. I don't think I have been that fast over that distance. So I'm curious to see what I will have tomorrow after 24 hours. Today's run. So far so good. So great. I'm sailing course east-southeast, so the sun is here starboard ahead. So I had the jib slightly reefed in, and now the wind speed is decreasing around 23 knots at the moment, so I reefed it out completely. Speed at the moment 6 to 6.5 knots, and wind here from the northwest. So I've closed here the presenning to windwards, because sometimes a wave is sending a little bit of water here in the cockpit to prevent that. It's a little bit cool this morning. Actually the sea temperature is 18.5 degrees Celsius, so there is some cold water coming from the south. Air temperature is similar, but it looks like I'm getting a beautiful day. Blue sky ahead, some clouds where the wind is coming from. Hope it gets not over to me. All fine so far, so I'm enjoying my coffee, and later on we have a look on the chart and also the weather forecast. far more wind than expected. Since this morning the wind speed increased. It's around 28 knots from northwest to north-northwest. I'm sailing about 6.5–7 knots over ground, beam reach. Let's have a look on the weather forecast. That's how it is predicted, 20 to 26 knots. Yeah, that's about right. So I'll let this one run here, and we'll see it will continue until Sunday evening, so tomorrow evening, 1.5 days. It will be that strong. And let's have a look on the currents. I'm not too far away from a large current band to the east, 2 to 2.5 knots, and I'll let this one run, and we'll see that it's really in my favor, and then I will be in that for the next 2 days. That's how it is looking. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit less wind, but it is what it is. I'm around 39 degrees south, so the roaring 40s are starting about 70–80 nautical miles further south. I'm hopefully at my most southern point here. Let's see if the wind is not turning to north, and I should be okay, but let's keep fingers crossed. Yeah, quite hard, but Comeback is doing a very good job, so that's very much appreciated, and I'm well protected here as well. Strong wind, partially up to 30 knots. Unfortunately, I don't have the wind data on the Raymarine system, so there's something not alright, so can't find the source in the network. Yeah, blowing heavily, raining, just running the jib. Yeah, those days are those days. Course is alright, speed is good. Here just the jib out. And here we can see no wind data. That doesn't make it easier. Fortunately I haven't removed the wind sensor, the old one from BNG, so I have those data available. Because it's under those conditions a bit difficult to estimate the wind. I mean direction, yes, that's no problem, but speed, but fortunately I have those data here and can see that. Yeah, just having the jib out is safe method to sail through those weather. So wind up here to around 30 knots partially. So the boat can run at least up to a wind speed of 35 knots. The autopilot should deal with that, and afterwards obviously I would need to be in the cockpit and assist at least to watch the situation that nothing goes wrong, but could also go a little bit more leeward. But at the moment course is good, speed is very good. Yeah, not too bad. So I'm going to my cabin and keep sheltered there, because it's also a little bit chilly. I'm now at 37.5 degrees south, so I'm getting a little bit further north now, as we have seen. But here's the wind coming here from the south is bitterly cold, because it is obviously coming from the Antarctica. I think tomorrow it's better. Maybe it's the whole night like that. I will see. Good morning. Yeah, interesting situation. So we have the full moon astern, and ahead of comeback I'm expecting the sunrise in half an hour. Beautiful moment. Coffee is tasting as well. It's surprisingly light with the full moon, and then half an hour before sunrise. The wind is almost gone, around 6-7 knots true wind speed. So maybe if the wind is not coming back, I need to switch on the engine. Not much wind at the moment, so I'm using that to do some work here on board, putting some cables through. Yes, the noise that is a generator producing the electricity here for the batteries, so I'm charging the batteries at the moment. So I'm pulling those two cables through, connect them here with the batteries, and a little drilling work here. That's the wine cellar down there. So that's the end point of the cables where all the chargers are. So the white one and the large blue one is for the solar panels. And sometimes when both are loading fully, then the voltage is getting quite high, so there is a bottleneck. Those two are the B2B chargers when the engine is running and the alternator is producing electricity, and then then it's hopeless. So it goes a long way through the consumer circuit, so I'm putting that shortcut through here to reduce the bottleneck. Yeah, it's quite warm, good. Batteries are charging, that's also good. Here about 57 amps are charged, and the other one is around 72 amps, 73. At the moment I'm charging the batteries with 130 amps. 110 amps are coming from the 230 volt chargers. The consumption at the moment is 20 amps. That means 30 amps are coming here from the solar panels. Yeah, one of the others might ask why does the generator need to run when the sun is shining? Yeah, first of all I need to catch up a little bit with the capacity, because I had some cloudy days in between, and on the other hand the solar capacity here is just enough for the daily consumption if everything is perfect, but it's never perfect, because sometimes a few clouds, and sometimes the sails are getting some shade on the solar panel. So so the little generator has to run every day for a couple of hours roundabout on average. I'm using the vacuum cleaner immediately to get rid of the dirt. Here are the two ends, and now here's this cable connector, and that gets trimmed here. The job is done, just to get it tied up, and also the cables are all fine. So just a little bit cable routing, and then I'm done. Nothing to declare. Lunchtime for me. I'm really hungry. Fried noodles with eggs. I like this dish very much. Not much wind, and the course is getting worse. Maybe I still attack. Let's see. Yeah, let's wait. And I got the job finished. Really good. Big improvement. great. Sunset has been a great day, and it has become much warmer, and I'm looking forward to my bunk. A fishing vessel is coming close. I watched that for the last AIS alarm. Yeah, I watched that for the last 3 hours, and now it's pretty close. So far so good. So coffee and breakfast later as well. So coffee, yeah, the bread is ready as well. So I need to fill in beans, coffee beans, but I think we're good for one. Wind for 6 at the moment. Sometimes the bow is 7, but that's the apparent wind. And here we can see course is east, 5.2 knots over ground, 5.3, 5.4 through the water. Yesterday was very calm, not much wind. And then in the evening the wind came from the north and got stronger during the night, but good course. The wind speed is increasing. I saw 33 knots apparent wind, so it goes more into the direction of wind force 7 at the moment. Yeah, so I went 10 degrees leewards. So it's a little bit better. The course is obviously a little bit worse, but it's running a little bit better. The waves are not too bad, interestingly. Yeah. Let's see. Unlucky me, had an accident in the pantry while it's cooking. So I had changed the course a little bit leewards to make it convenient under deck, and just having the pot with the hot sauce in my hands, and a bow is coming in, and the boat went windward, and at the same time larger wave pushed come back here that much on side that everything was falling into the pantry, and I got the hot sauce on my body, on my breast, and on my arm. And also the glass broke as well, and so I'm injured on the left foot, on the right foot slightly. Really not good. I contacted my back office, Chris, he is a doctor, and yeah, got the right advice what to do, and I'm doing that. Oh, that's not only annoying, I need to think how to do things differently, because that should definitely not happen. Yeah, not good. Yeah, wind force 7, heavy rain, just the jib out, and running it to the north. The wind speed should decrease during the day. Yeah, to emphasize should. You never know yet. My goodness. It's like getting lighter there at the horizon. So it's much better at the moment, so I could see a little bit of blue sky over there. Yeah, the gusts are partially above 30 knots. Much better now, so I'm running it to the north at the moment just to jib out. A few squalls around me, so I guess when they are gone it could be a little bit easier here. Yeah, it's warm. That's a good thing. Now the wind speed increased up to 35 knots. Very dark here outside. There's a sharp line here between the area with very strong wind and a calmer zone, as we can see. So at the moment it's just wind force 4. Blue sky ahead. Put these blue sunny spells, let's put it this way. And here astern you can see the dark clouds. Yeah. Maybe. Let's see, hopefully I can sail for a while, at least getting the sails dry, and but I expect that I need to go on the engine. Yeah, let's keep fingers crossed that I can sail. Situation is much calmer now, wind force 4, so I furled in the jib and set the Genoa. Course is not too bad, 30 to 40 degrees, and La Réunion is 27 degrees, the bearing, so I try to gain a little bit to the east, because I don't know how the wind will blow in a few days, and it might be needed. Yeah, the heavy rain and wind area is still astern. I think it's moving in my direction as well, but I'm sailing a little bit faster, so I'm slowly getting away. And yeah, we can see the showers going down there. Yeah, there are some squalls at the horizon. Ahead is one. One is where we are, so it's slightly raining, a few drops. And one is here at starboard astern, so it's well visible here on the radar screen. I'm now at 29 degrees south, 45 minutes. So should be in the trade wind zone, at least soon. Ahead it's looking well. I think I'm getting there. Not much wind at the moment. This morning I thought I'd reach the trade wind zone, but that's not the case. So I'm still here in that area with less wind, calmer zones. Wind force 3 at the moment here. Comeback is making some speed. Enough speed to get through the waves here. There's a squall here at starboard. The wind is coming from there, but I don't think it will reach me. It will dissolve. It's raining there, and there's another one port side, and it's already gone. Yeah, hoping for more wind. It's less than 570 nautical miles to La Réunion. Yeah, it can be quite a few days if the situation doesn't improve. But the forecast is not too bad, so it predicts easterly winds, east, southeast, sometimes southeast. Southeast is perfect for me with good speed, hopefully. Wind force 4 to 5, so yeah. Now in the evening I have wind. It was a little bit difficult during the day. Even the engine had to run for half an hour. But now it's much better. It looks like I'm getting a beautiful sunset. Let's see, and I'm waiting for the green flash. Yeah, no green flash, but there were some clouds in between. I'm looking forward to my bunk. I'm tired. It's nice and warm, water temperature 28 degrees, I think air similarly. It's nice here at sea, but I guess in the marina in La Réunion it might be warm. It's about 240 nautical miles to get there, and I think another 2 days. Lento! I can see the island in the mist. So I think it's another 5 to 6 hours to sail. Yeah, the wind is in my favor, turn to southeast. So it's good for the moment, but at some point of time I will get behind the island, and then I think it will be calmer and I need to switch the engine on. But at the moment it's fine. This is La Réunion, looking quite nice. And the port, the town where the marina is ahead. Over there must be the entrance to the port. So I prepared all the lines and fenders. Yeah, let's see. They're dredging there, I passed them. Yeah, there must be the marina somewhere. There's the entrance, I missed that. I've made it after 22 days and 2,831 nautical miles. I'm here in Le Port, La Réunion, in the new marina. So I docked on the other side before. Went into the marina with the boat, and then the maître de port, the harbor master, waved me and said, "You can dock there." Then I docked there, and then I did all the formalities, and then he offered me this slip here in the new marina, which I'm very happy with. It's really good. Yeah, so good. So, and I think the arrival and docking beer is well deserved after 22 days. I'm now more than 2 weeks here in the marina. Town is not too far, Le Port, good supermarket, few restaurants. I like it. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Swimming is not recommended because La Réunion is well known for all the sharks around the island. This is the marina. As you can see, I have it nice here in the cockpit. I changed it from the so-called ocean mode to the marina mode or anchor mode. So Comeback is not only a very good sailing yacht doing the oceans, fighting with hardest conditions, as I could see, but on the other hand, providing a nice home when I'm on my way. But what a cruise! I had the greatest respect. Sailing from Cape Town south around South Africa and then up here to La Réunion. Initial destination was Mauritius, but then I thought, making a stop here makes sense and would be nice. So I waited quite a long time, getting the right weather window, and I found it. So as we have seen, it was very calm when I went around Cape of Good Hope. Then Cape Agulhas was easy to take, and then even in the Agulhas Current it was easy because the waves were not that high. But it can be the other way around, because the Agulhas Current is 3 to 5 or 6 knots going to southwest, and very often waves and swell are coming from southwest and are against that current, and strong current against high wave makes the sea conditions very risky, very dangerous. But with my right weather window I went through all that very well without any problems. But afterwards, and because the forecast is just a few days very reliable, then you are in the hand of God again, as we say at sea. And yes, had a few rough days, even a night with a storm, wind force 9, but Comeback did a great job. I even sailed a little bit more conservatively than before, because very early I took the mizzen sail in, the main sail, and then had the jib running there, either downwind or beam reach or in between, which worked very well, because I had the 55 knot story from the South Atlantic still in my mind. With that I also made it around my first cape on the southern hemisphere, Cape of Good Hope. The other two are Cape Leeuwin, Australia, and Cape Horn, Chile. It was 10,500 nautical miles from Spain down here in less than 12 months, but had a break of 5 months in South Africa. Unfortunately I got injured because I had a little accident in the pantry and got some hot sores here on the breast and on the arm. But fortunately it all went well. It is getting better, and not much to see anymore. It's not that hot anymore. It's much cooler than it was when I arrived, because it's now autumn, so we're moving towards winter, and also we are in the tropics. So it's not a huge difference, but a little breeze here, and it's much more convenient than it was a couple of weeks before.